Hello, I'm Dr. Sunita Magre, Professor in Education, Department of Education, University of Mumbai. Thank you for inviting me as a panelist in your national conference organized by K.B.P. Hinduja College of Commerce and WRC ICSSR Mumbai on cyberbullying approaches, consequences, and the preventions. Thank you very much. Now, in today's session, I'm dealing with the types of cyberbullying and its prevention. So let's see the definition about the cyberbullying. So according to the Merriam-Webster dictionary in that time, so cyberbullying, the word cyberbullying was first used in 1998, and that time it was defined as the electronic posting of mean-spirited messages about the person, such as the students, often done anonymously. But as the time has gone on and the internet has evolved, so has the definition of cyberbullying become. Stopbullying.government defines cyberbullying that takes place over digital devices like cell phone, computers, or tablets. Whereas the Cyberbullying Research Center describes the cyberbullying means willful and repeated harm inflicted through the use of computers, cell phones, and other electronic devices. Means it is used of electronic communication to mirror the way a person would be bullied in the real life, typically by sending the messages of an intimidating or threatening nature. Cyberbullying is the use of cell phone, instant messaging, email, chat room, video room, or social networking sites such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and so many things for use to harass, threaten, or intimidate someone else. Cyberbullying can occur through SMS, text, various apps, or online in social media forums or gaming where people can view, participate in, or share content. Cyberbullying includes sending, posting, or sharing negative thoughts, harmful, false, or mean content about someone. It can include sharing personal or private information about someone else, causing harassment, humiliation. Some cyberbullying crosses the line into unlawful or criminal behavior. Cyberbullies use social media and the Android phones or the smartphones to harass victims from remote or local areas. Traditionally, bullying usually stops when a victim returns to the safety of his or her home. But the cyberbullying is a continuous process maintained through email, texting, messaging, forum, blogs, posts, and other communication online vehicles. Even if cyberbullying victims changes profile setting and avoid certain websites, cyberbullies may easily continue public bullying activities. Cyberbullying entails an abuse of power through information and communication technology by a cyberbully. So there are the different terminology we can use in the cyberbullying. The cyberbully, victim, and the observer. Now, the cyberbully. Who is cyberbully? Cyberbully is an individual who uses technology repeatedly to harass the someone else. Once in one instance of cyberbullying is enough to generate an immediate snowball effect that can be unstoppable because it is controlled through technology. Why I am using the snowball effect? Because when the cyberbully, for example, the person those who is a cyberbully receives the message, he spread the message to the two people. That two people spread the message to the four people. That four people spread the message to the another four people. So there is a snowball. It's like one, there is a longest chain. That's why I'm using the word snowball effect. Then victim. Those the cyber bullies targeted the person that is known as the victim. And the observer. Observer is the person, those who is the witness of the event when the cyberbullying process is going on. So that's why they are interdependent. The cyberbully become a victim, victim become a cyberbully, or observer become a cyberbully become an observer. Observer become a victim and victim become an observer. Now cyberbully become an observer or observer become a cyberbully. How it is? The observer become a cyberbully when you are sitting with the people and you don't know the person is doing the process of is doing the cyberbullying to the another person. Then when you whatever the message or the text you saw that text or the message or the cyberbully sent to you the text and message, see this, and you are using that text or message to be you are using that text or message to the other person, but the cyberbully don't know you are using their text or message for victimizing other person. That's why the observer becomes cyber. Then cyberbully become an observer. Suppose he catch, you use the observer use the text or message to victimize the other person. So he support to the targeted person. Then the cyberbully become an observer. Right? So this is the cycle. The next one is the role of an observer. In the cyberbullying process, the role of observer is very important. He playing a dual role in the cyberbullying process. How it is? He become a bystander as well as he become an observer. Now, who is the observer? Observer means he or she is the witness of the event. Now, the bystander means the observer is the witness. Bystander and upstander are both are the witness. But the bystander means the observer is the witness of the event, but he never support the victim, right? So he become a bystander. Then observer become a upstander. He same is a witness of the event, but the observer support to the victim for injustice, right? For the injustice. So that time he become a upstander. So observer become a bystander and observer become a upstander. These are the two opposite terms. Bystander is help the victim and upstander, sorry, bystander is not, he is a witness, but he is not support to the victim. And upstander is also the witness, but he is support to the victim. He gives the witness or he can take the action. So he become an upstander. So now, there are the different types of the cyberbullying. What are that type? when I go through the various types of the cyberbullying, according to the Nancy Willard, now he is the author of Cyber Safe Kids and the Cyber Savvy Teens. There are 7 forms of cyberbullying: flaming, harassment, denigration, impersonation, outing, trickery, exclusion, or the cyber stalking. Here I have mentioned some of the types of the cyberbullying. Then first type is the exclusion. What is exclusion? Exclusion is an online tactic which is highly effective and indirect. Exclusion is the act of leaving someone out deliberately. It involves creating events or groups and deliberately excluding someone. It can also involve not tagging the victim in a photo or deliberately excluding them or ignoring them in an online conversation. For example, your child might be excluded to the groups or the parties while they see other friends are included. Then next one is the harassment. Harassment is a broad category under which many types of cyberbullying fall into, but it generally refers to a sustained and constant pattern of hurtful or threatening online messages sent with the intention of doing harm to someone else. Harassment, refers to use the direct messages or instant messages to repeatedly send threatening of the person using the social media. The messages are worded in a severe, persistent manner, causing the respondent undue concern. Sometimes these threatening messages are very hurtful, insulting, and very serious. Sending endless insulting messages to someone may be included in the cyber stalking. Sometimes it is observed that the target child does not believe that there is a potential that kinds of harassment may result in an actual offline stalking of the target child. Now, outing. Outing, it is also known as the doxing. It refers to the act of openly revealing sensitive or personal information about someone without their consent, without their person, for purpose of humiliating the someone else. This can range from spreading of personal photos, personal documents of public figures, to sharing an individual saved personal messages in an online or private group. Then flaming. Flaming is a term which describes an online passionate argument that frequently includes vulgar languages, which typically occurs in public communication environments for bystanders to witness. This includes discussion boards, groups, chat rooms, news groups, social media page, blog, forums, or website. Then masquerading. Masquerading happens when a bully creates and made up profile or identify online with a sole purpose of cyberbullying someone. This could involve creating a fake email accounts, fake social media profile, and selecting a new identity and photos to fool the victim. In these cases, the bully tends to be someone the victim knows quite well. In denigration, denigration is also known as the gossip. Denigration is used in both traditional as well as the cyberbullying. It is a term used to describe when cyberbullies send, post, or publish cruel rumors, gossip, and false statements about a target. This is done intentionally to damage the reputation or the image of the someone else. Cyber stalking, cyber stalking. It happens when someone uses technology to keep tabs on their victims and either repeatedly threaten, intimidate, or harass them. In most cases, cyber stalkers make attempts to meet their targets, and sometimes it involves adults grooming teens in order to have a sexual relationship with them. Cyber stalking is a particular serious form of cyberbullying that can extend to threats of physical harm to the child being targeted. It includes monitoring, false accusations, threats, and is often accompanied by offline stalking. It is a criminal offense and can result in a restraining order, probation, and even a jail time for the perpetrator. Then impersonation. Impersonation, this happens when bullies open fake accounts impersonating the victim, then go on to post rude or hurtful remarks while pretending to be the victim. Bullies can also steal the victim's password or otherwise hack into their account and use it to post inappropriate comments. Impersonation is an online online tactic with the veil of anonymity offered by primarily by digital technology. Cyberbullies impersonate the target and make unpopular and nasty comments on social networking sites and in chat rooms using impersonation. Cyberbullies set up websites that they may include rancorous information leading to the target being victimized further. In cyber threats, this happens when cyberbullies imply or threaten violent behavior towards others. Then, what is the action taken by the parents or the educators? Then, what is the role of educator? The educator should create an environment of mutual tolerance and respect in the classroom. Educator incorporate social media and internet safety classes into their teaching plans. Educator should talk to your students about cyberbullying, its negative impact, and why it is wrong. Then know what laws your state has enacted against cyberbullying and the legal recourse to cyberbullying at the school. In role of parents. The role of parents is very, very important. The role of parents, have a conversation on cyberbullying with your child or your teen. Most of the kids are scared to talk to their parents about cyberbullying. So it's up to the parents or you to intimate the conversation. Be sure to outline what cyberbullying, what involves in cyberbullying, what is the impact of cyberbullying, and it has make sure that your children know they can come to you if they face any kind of online abuse. Now lay down cyber safety rules. Just like in the real world, kids needs rules and the guideline for navigating the online world. You need to ensure that your kids understand what is and is not appropriate to share online. Also set hours for using technology in the house that everyone has to adhere to it. Additionally, involve your child in setting up a code of online conduct, as well as the consequences for violating the code. You can, for example, being respectful to others, never responding with revenge bullying. You can also keep their computer on in the open family area where they can easily use the where you can easily supervise when they are using the internet. then know what your child is doing online. In today's world, it is easy for parents to get confused by the plethora or apps and sites your kids are using. However, it is imperative for you to familiarize yourself with what your kids are doing online, as well as know what parental control options you can exercise. Keep in mind that your child's safety trumps their privacy. National Crime Prevention Council offers the following recommendation for victims of cyberbullying. Block cyberbullies on social media sites. Report cyberbullies to website administrators. Avoid sharing personal details online. If you are a minor, speak to trusted adult about your cyberbullying. The NCPC also encourages those who are not victim to become anti-bullying advocates by refusing to participate in cyberbullying campaign, flagging cyberbullies, and raising cyberbullying awareness. Now, these are some of the research statistics on cyberbullying. According to the National Center for Education Statistics, 20.2% student of all students have reported experience with some kind of bullying. Another National Center for Statistics study published in 2020 reports that about 15% of students between the ages of 12 to 18 had been a victim of cyberbullying within a 12 months period. Youth who are the part of LGBTO community, LGBT meaning L for lesbian, G for gays, B for bisexual, T for transgender, and O for the other sexual communities, or Q, that is the questioning or the queer communities, are significantly more likely to experience cyberbullying. This study by the Cyberbullying Research Center found that 56% of the students who identify as LGBTO had experienced cyberbullying compared to just about a third of non-LGBTO students. The Cyberbullying Research Center also found that about 16% of students had cyberbullied others at some point in their lifetime. Admissions notes that about 5.1% of the students have bullied others in some way or form as per the 2010 publication of 2020. The teachers listed cyberbullying as the top online issues for students in a survey by Google ahead of privacy, inappropriate content, and other concerns. The consequences of cyberbullying can be substantial for both the bullied and the bullies. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, that is known as the CDC, those who are bullied are at an increased risk for anxiety, depression, as well as poor academic performance, and even not finishing school. Bullies are more likely to have the problems with substance abuse and violence later in life. In 2017, School Crime Supplement to the National Crime Victimization Survey done by National Center for Education Statistics and Bureau of Justice indicates that nationwide about 20% of students ages between 12 to 18 experience bullying. In 2019, Youth Risk Behavior Surveillance System done by Center for Disease Control and Prevention indicates that nationwide 19.5% of the students in grade 9 to 12 reports being bullied on school property in the 12 months proceeding in the survey. According to the Cyberbullying Research Center, about 34% of the middle school and high school students have experienced online harassment. And several number of the research studies have shown that cyberbullying is linked to low esteem, anger, frustration, and suicidal thoughts. Given the gravity of the issue, it's important for both parents and kids to understand what to do about cyberbullying and many forms it can take. So thank you very much for inviting me as a panelist for this national conference organized by the esteemed college, K.B.P. Hinduja College and the WRC ICSSR Mumbai. Thank you once again.